The big question about ETF is how to find the right one for investment. If you understand what is ETF and you're willing to have one in your investment portfolio, this is the time for research for the right one for you. Here is what I personally look at when researching ETFs. So first is issuer, second is industry and geography of holdings, third is performance year to date, next total net assets, trading volume and inflows outflows, and the last one is expense ratio. Let's dive into that one by one. So you definitely don't want to be caught in a situation when the issue of your ETF is gone, bankrupt. In that case, nothing else would matter. Therefore, I look at the ETF issued by the biggest players in the world like BlackRock, Vanguard or Invesco. So usually you want to buy ETF as you want to diversify your investment from betting on a single company to betting on the entire industry or country, in other words, in a broad market. As we are in the middle of recession and the global economy is struggling these days, it's not very clear with current high interest rates how tough the next 12 months will be for the US or Europe or Asia. However, it appears to me that emerging markets, which typically include China, India, Brazil, and other similar countries by macroeconomic conditions, have a good potential to grow. That is why during the last 12 months I was investing into ETF IEMG, which holds large, mid and small capitalization emerging markets equities. So this ETF buys equity shares in the companies of different sizes in China, India, Brazil and other emerging markets. As China growth was significantly slowed and the post-pandemic recovery is lower than expected, Chinese investments struggle these days and China appears to start losing its attractiveness for international investors. A lot of manufacturers move the facilities from China to India or Southeast Asia. Therefore, I would want to invest into emerging markets except for China. And the other day I saw the hint on Bloomberg ETF IQ show about such an ETF. It is called EMXC. I definitely look at the year-to-date performance of the ETF. If it performed well during the last period of time, it could be a good indicator of the future performance as well. Total net assets volume gives you an idea how popular is a certain ETF among other investors. The bigger the volume and net assets, the more comfort you are getting that other investors came up with the same idea as you did and trusted a particular ETF. Expense ratio reflects how much a mutual fund or an ETF pays for portfolio management, administration, marketing and distribution among other expenses. You'll almost always see it expressed as a percentage of the fund's average net assets. You don't want ETF to cost you a lot in terms of cost of holding it. Therefore, look at the expense rate, which varies from one issuer to another. Vanguard charges one of the lowest fees for its ETF, for example. Today I will buy EMXC as I told you because I trust in emerging markets except China, and you could see how it could be done through broker interactive brokers. Here is the list of other ETFs you might consider investing in, but now you know how to make your own research, so good luck.